Let's check the last two color modes in this video. These are Task Supplier and Resource Supplier color modes. Go to the Navigator tab and open Companies. Companies are responsible for tasks delivery and resource supply to a project. Each company categorized by type. You can see various types listed here, which in turn can be used to filter resources by company type. Calendar can be adjusted for each company independently, and the color can be used to display the supplier, the company responsible for the task delivery. This can be adjusted for taskbars and 3D elements on the view. As you remember from the previous videos, we can adjust display settings from Display, Use Colors, and Use Company Colors. You can also provide further details about the company and the URL or the web page of the company. This shouldn't be a surprise for you, but you can enter Internet from Synchro. The browser indeed is not as flexible as tailored ones, like Google Chrome or Mozilla, but it serves its mission. Now let's create a new company. Make a right click in the empty space and add a new one. Let's name it as Nika Project. Make a right click again and see that Synchro offers us tools to create and edit existing companies, add equipment, human, location, material resources to the company, and assign company as a supplier of task or the customer of the task. You can also open the URL that belongs to a company or find company from the list of companies. To demonstrate you how it works, let's write our company's page here and click next to the URL. The open window is actual web page of the company. Now we can change the type of the company. I'll leave it as a supplier, and the color. I'll set it as yellow. Let's add a new company, for example, ABC company, and change its type to a client. Let's go to the Resources tab. The Supplier column displays as default. For example, for the electrical equipment, we can change the supplier by choosing from the drop-down box. We can choose Nika Project as a supplier of a resource, or maybe a manufacturer. Let's add a new company. Now let's display the supplier and the customer in the Gantt chart. Make a right click, go to the Customize columns, and add customers and supplier to the list. Now let's go back to the resources list and find the activity that is linked with electrical equipment. Make a right click, select Assign Tasks. This is it. And let's change the supplier of this task to Electrical Engineering Company, or we could have done it from the company's page by making a right click over Electrical Engineering Company. We could assign it as a supplier of the task, and let's assign the customer of the task as our client, ABC Company. Two companies have been assigned, so by making a double click over the cell, we can remove default company. Select it and delete it. Close. Now let's open 3D window, link them together, and deactivate Visual Indicator. For this 3D view, I will be using color mode as Task Supplier, and for the other one, it will be Resource Supplier. You can go ahead and activate Legend. And for the active window, you already know that we can rename the title as Task Supplier. And since we have only one Task Supplier, we can remove the rest. and do the same for the resource supplier. In the Gantt chart, our company colors is applied now, and we see that this bar is colored red. Let's quickly see now how many different 3D views we've managed to create so far. Let's hide properties. So far we managed to create 12 different 3D view representation of our project. So we have original colors view, appearance profiles, these two resource statuses for procurement and quality control. So the task supplier and resource supplier, this we created in this lecture. Then we used resource codes, activity codes, 3D table, columns, and 3D filters. And lastly, important thing to mention is that we can blend all these windows with the 3D filter. If we go to the 3D view properties, you can see that I used color mode as activity codes, driving material, and I applied filter to display roofs and walls in a different color. So literally the amount of 3D views and representation that you can create is limitless.